We've all been there. You spend 8 hours perfecting a mix in your studio. It sounds massive, clear, and professional. Then, you play it in your car or on your phone, and it completely falls apart. The bass is muddy, the vocals are buried, and all that clarity is just gone. The hard truth is, your room is lying to you. Most home producers think they need better plugins or a new interface, but what they actually need is better monitoring. Today, we're looking at 3 essential tools that will stop the guesswork and finally make your mixes translate to the real world, every single time. The first and most overlooked step is physical. Before any sound reaches your ears, it hits your walls, your ceiling, and your floor. In an untreated room, these reflections collide with the direct sound from your speakers. This causes something called comb filtering, which creates massive peaks and dips in what you're hearing. One moment a note is booming, the next it's gone. This is where Olanglab fiberglass acoustic panels come in. Now forget that cheap acoustic foam you see everywhere. Foam only absorbs high frequencies and leaves all those muddy low mids to bounce around your room. High-density fiberglass, on the other hand, is a porous absorber that works across a much wider frequency spectrum. By placing these panels at your first reflection points, the spots on the walls directly to your left and right, and on the ceiling above you, you effectively kill the echoes that blur your stereo image. These panels have a high NRC, or noise reduction coefficient, which means they turn unwanted sound energy into heat instead of letting it bounce back at you. When you treat your room, you aren't changing your speakers. You're finally hearing what they actually sound like for the first time. Even with wall panels, most home studios still struggle with low-end problems, especially standing waves that make your bass sound inconsistent. This is why a pair of OpenBackHeadphones headphones is your best secondary lens. Models like the Sennheiser HD600 or the HD560S are industry standards for a very good reason. Unlike closed-back headphones, which trap air and build up an artificial bass pressure, open-back designs allow the drivers to breathe. This creates a natural, transparent soundstage that mimics listening to high-end monitors in a perfectly treated room. When you mix on a great pair of open-backs, you can suddenly hear the precise tail of a reverb, or the subtle grit of a compressor that your speakers might be hiding. They offer a clinical, flat response. They aren't meant to sound pretty or fun, they are meant to show you exactly what is wrong with your mix. If you can't afford $5,000 in room treatment right now, a $300 pair of reference headphones is the single most cost-effective way to get an honest look at your audio. So you've treated your walls and you've got your reference headphones. The final piece of the puzzle is the bridge between your hardware and your software. SonarWorks SoundIDReference. Every speaker and every room has a unique color or frequency bias. Your monitors might have a 5 decibel boost at 100 Hz that you don't even know about, causing you to constantly turn the bass down way too much in your mix. SoundIDReference fixes this through calibration. It comes with a special measurement microphone. You place it in your listening position and the software analyzes your space, creating a custom EQ curve that flattens your entire monitoring system. It works as a plugin on your master bus or as a system-wide app. The moment you turn it on, the smearing and vagueness just disappear. It corrects both the timing and frequency errors of your setup, giving you a target curve that is perfectly flat. This ensures that when you think a kick drum is at the right volume, it actually is. It is the closest thing to a cheat code for home mastering that exists today. At the end of the day, mixing is all about making decisions. But if your monitoring is inaccurate, your decisions will be wrong every single time, no matter how good your plugins are. By combining physical treatment like Olanglab panels, the surgical detail of open-back headphones, and the digital precision of SoundIDReference, you create a closed loop of accuracy. Your music deserves it. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you out, be sure to subscribe for more tips. See you in the next one.